The training of these poor creatures to turn themselves into fighting machines is simply barbaric. 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 Let that word resound from hill to hill. Barbaric.
Welcome to Midnight Mayhem. Tonight on Midnight Mayhem, an interesting matchup. Darius Lockhart, the man standing right in front of you, making his name across the Carolinas, across the world, coming back from a recent stint in Japan. Darius Lockhart, a young man taking on an interesting competitor that I have yet to see on Midnight Mayhem. I don't even know really any history behind this man. Action Mike Jackson. Now, I've heard a lot of good things about Action Mike Jackson, but here's the thing that kind of is a little bit quizzical. Apparently, Mike Jackson is 68 years old.
Now, I don't know how many people here know this, but I'm from Charlotte, North Carolina. This is my hometown. I was born and raised here. And I used to be like every single one of you. I used to be in the crowd at every Legends Fan Fest. I remember years ago, I was ringside. I was helping out with the cameras. They wouldn't let me on the carpet. I was just happy to be there. And now, I'm finally here, fulfilling my dream of being on the NWA Legends Fan Fest. And it got me facing the oldest person on Earth. The NWA decided to disrespect me, all the work that I am doing. I'm the new Mid-Atlantic, and they decided to put me against, what's his name? I don't even know his name. What? Action Mike Jackson. Irrelevant. I don't know who that is. I was born in 1995. I don't know who that is. Now, I've heard rumors about this man. I heard he's so old that when God said let there be light, he took the switch, right? Right? So if the nurse, whatever nurse we have back there would be so kind to go ahead and use a wheelchair and just wheel Mike out here.
Strong words. Darius Lockhart, not a fan of the old folks here on Midnight Mayhem. Perhaps a tinge of ageism coming out of Darius Lockhart. Now we're hearing the sultry tones of Ronnie Van Zan and Leonard Skinner, and here comes Action Mike Jackson. Action Mike Jackson, 68 years old, but he's looking pretty good. Darius Lockhart smelling blood in the water and stomping a mud hole, and this Alabama man, good Lord! Lockhart, Irish whipping Mike Jackson. Mike Jackson blocking Lockhart. And a big back elbow from Jackson. Jackson going up, and Jackson flying through the air. Folks, we may have a monumental upset here on Midnight Mayhem. This is kind of insane, seeing a 68-year-old man, about the same age as my father, dumping Darius Lockhart out to the floor. Can you believe that, folks? Darius Lockhart, oh my God. Action Mike Jackson, that man right there, is showing us a thing or two about professional wrestling, and Darius Lockhart eating his words. This match hasn't even officially begun, and he is getting a standing ovation from this great crowd here at NWA Legends Fan Fest. Wow. Lockhart coming around the corner. Jackson with the back elbow. Lockhart seeing stars. An Alabama European uppercut. Into the ring. And this match, I think, is officially underway. Darius Lockhart a little bit thrown off by the old man strength of Action Mike Jackson. Let me tell you, never underestimate a crafty older gentleman such as Mike Jackson. Darius Lockhart has a size advantage, a youth advantage, and I am just almost at a loss for words. Mike Jackson spry as a spring chicken, and he's going for another pin attempt. Lockhart begging off Mike Jackson. Claiming that Jackson pulled his trunks. Both men resetting in the middle of the ring. And the crowd yelling, "You still got it." Mike Jackson, very impressive in the opening minutes in this bout. A lockup. Mike Jackson going for the arm wringer right here. Working the left arm of Lockhart. Lockhart trying to block it with a knee to the midsection. Lockhart getting a little cocky up here, and I don't think it's deserved cockiness right now. I think Mike Jackson has already shown himself to be a worthy competitor to such a young buck here in professional wrestling. A man with such a bright future behind him against a man with such a past. And it looks like Mike Jackson could be wrestling another 40 years and being perfectly fine with it. Jackson off the ropes. Up and over Lockhart. Lockhart getting checked right there with that atomic drop and an arm drag to finish it off, barring the left arm. And Lockhart once again in a precarious position against the 68-year-old Action Mike Jackson. Now, if you subtract 20, the age of Darius Lockhart, from 68 years old, you've got 48 years. That's a 48-year age difference between these two competitors. Action Mike Jackson could be Darius Lockhart's grandfather. And he's showing him right now that you never mess with Grandpa. Applying the pressure on the wrist and AC joint of Lockhart, dropping knees to the shoulder, Mike Jackson in the alpha male position. Chanting old school. These fans are eating this up. They love seeing Mike Jackson in the ring. A big shoulder tackle. And a pin attempt, only one count, not even one. Arm drag back to the left arm. Folks, I am excited to give you more of this matchup. We will be right back. We have to pay those sponsors. You're watching Midnight Mayhem, Facebook.com/Midnight Mayhem CW21. You're not going to want to miss what comes next.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, the king of bada bing, the masters of the diamond cutter, the three-time world champion and CEO and founder of DDP Yoga. And you monkey, you are watching Masters of the Ring Entertainment, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Welcome back to Midnight Mayhem. Action Mike Jackson still working on the left arm of Darius Lockhart. You're right, folks. You are not seeing this. If you're watching this in high definition, you're definitely seeing a 68-year-old man wrestling a 20-year-old man and taking that 20-year-old man to school. Darius Lockhart right now is sitting under the learning tree and learning how it is done in the world of professional wrestling. Mike Jackson knows he has to slow down the pace of this matchup. He's 68 years old. He may not have the same cardio that he once has, but very impressive early goings in this matchup from a man 48 years older than Darius Lockhart. Lockhart, a man just coming back from Japan. And a huge forearm shiver from Lockhart. Lockhart trying for it again. Jackson into the turnbuckle, and Lockhart eating steel. Going back to that AC joint, that shoulder region of Lockhart. Action Mike Jackson getting the crowd behind him. He is loved by this great crowd here at NWA Legends Fan Fest. Once again, you can actually go on NWALegends.com and get your tickets next year. You're going to have some great opportunities to meet some great stars. Mike Jackson going up top. What are you doing, Mike Jackson? What are you doing? Calling for the crowd. Oh, my God. Mike Jackson showing a little bit of old school professional wrestling here. He has just got Lockhart like a dog in chain right now, leading him around the ring, and the crowd is eating it up. Mike Jackson going all around the ring. He's 3 sides down, 1 more side to go. That is absolutely amazing, folks. And he's got a little strut behind him. Love to see his strut, Mike Jackson, finishing it off. And Darius Lockhart saying some mean words to that man in the ring right now in that blue singlet earlier tonight. And he is eating every single word. These fans absolutely love Action Mike Jackson. And you know what? I think, folks, I think he may be quickly becoming one of my favorite professional wrestlers I have ever seen. I'm just shocked, folks, at how awesome Mike Jackson is. Darius Lockhart only for 2. Lockhart sucks. That is what the crowd's saying. Firmly a pro-Jackson crowd today. Jackson losing some of that stamina and momentum that we saw him build all throughout this matchup so far. Lockhart taking over this matchup. Kick to the midsection. Snap suplex and a cover. 1, 2, action. Mike Jackson kicks out. I would love to have this man on permanently on Midnight Mayhem. This is a special occasion that a 68-year-old man is wrestling on my show, but folks, this man is absolutely awesome to watch. Mike Jackson fighting back from his knees. Lockhart just slamming the face of Jackson to the mat. Off the ropes. And Lockhart showing that cockiness we saw earlier in the matchup. Both men outside the ring. This is not where Mike Jackson wants to be. Good Lord. Somebody stop this matchup. My God, Mike Jackson on the floor here at the Hilton in Charlotte. We'll have to be right back to see what happens.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, the king of bada bing, the masters of the diamond cutter, the three-time world champion and CEO and founder of DDP Yoga. And you monkey, you are watching Masters of the Ring Entertainment. And that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
Welcome back. Lockhart still milking the count, milking the crowd. Mike Jackson struggling to get up after being hip-tossed outside the ring. This matchup could be over for this older fella, Action Mike Jackson. Good Lord. The force of a 68-year-old man's hips onto the ring. But he is fighting back, kicking out at every attempt from Lockhart. Lockhart has to figure out a way to beat Mike Jackson. There is no way that a 68-year-old man can beat a 20-year-old in the world of professional wrestling. Give it an inspiration out there for everybody. My dad's probably watching this, and he's like, maybe I can start professional wrestling, or all you older folks out there, this should be inspiration for you. Fighting back, trying to get up. The crowd cheering for Mike Jackson. Oh, man. Lockhart going for another pin. Mike Jackson kicking out. Lockhart getting a little frustrated with the officiating here in this matchup. The crowd chanting, Jackson's gonna kill you. Folks, I have never seen a matchup like this ever. In all of our 150 or so episodes here of Midnight Mayhem, I have never seen something this interesting to watch. Mike Jackson up, and Lockhart just dumping him to the mat. The crowd not very happy with Lockhart's actions. Lockhart putting an exclamation point at the end of this sentence. He's going up top. Nothing but mat for Lockhart, and that has fired up Mike Jackson. Jackson, big back elbow. Another big back elbow from Jackson. And a clothesline to top it all off. Mike Jackson is feeling the energy of this crowd behind him, folks, and we could see the upset of the century. Lockhart with the thumb to the eye. Both men getting a piece of each other right here. The referee counting. Who's going to get up first? A struggle to get to their feet. Lockhart up first. Jackson catching him. Neck breaker. Folks, this could be it. And an upset. 1, 2, 3. Folks, your winner, Action Mike Jackson, in a match that is one of my favorites so far on Midnight Mayhem. Thank you for watching. And be sure to tune in next week for some more NWA Legends Fan Fest action. Action Mike Jackson even. Midnight Mayhem.
Yo, monkeys, it's me, DDP, the king of bada bing, the masters of the diamond cutter, the three-time world champion and CEO and founder of DDP Yoga. And you monkey, you are watching Masters of the Ring Entertainment, and that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
The training of these poor creatures to turn themselves into fighting machines is simply barbaric. 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 Let that word resound from hill